Hi, my name is Nick, APD from the Action Popcast, and today I am reviewing the Fifine boom arm BM66. Bit of a lump this, but I really like it. I did reach out to Fifine. They have reimbursed me for this, but my opinions are my own. As always, I don't see the point in lying in a review. Plenty of positives on this. Couple of little cons, but nothing that's going to put me off buying it. But let's get into this review and let's take a look at why I think this is a worthy buy. I also want to say for today's review, I am using the Fifine K688 microphone, which I have already reviewed. The link will be in the description. Good solid mic. Go check that out. As I say, it's linked. So after this review, go check this out and see if it's something that will appeal to yourselves. I'm very happy with it, but I wanted to use a bit of Fifine with a bit of Fifine today. So yeah, link in the description. If I'm honest, I think this boom arm holds up against any other brand out there. This is a sturdy boom arm. It would have cost me £60 on Amazon, $59.99. I've already said Fifine reimbursed me for this, but I would have been happy to pay that if I wasn't doing this review, because now I've used this, I really can't see any issues with it. It is a lovely boom arm, well built. This is a massive upgrade from those cheap boom arms. The one I had before was literally one of those cheap boom arms, you know, the ones with the couple of arms and the springs, very clangy. I had one, it was doing the job, but if you knocked it, it was absolutely terrible. You get that horrible spring sound in your recording. You had wires everywhere, and that, like, it doesn't look the best, does it? I mean, I know it's not all about how it looks, but I wanted something that just looked a bit cleaner. Something that impresses me about this microphone is it's got channels that you run your cables through, so your XLR or USB cable, and they use these plastic slots. Now, I'd already took this out, but basically what you do is you take this out of the boom arm and you run your cable, you run it over the sort of elbow on it, should we call it the elbow, and then down the other side where it's also got one of these, and these things clip in really easily. Now, there may be a little bit of noise in this because I'm clipping it in and it will transfer through my mic, but there we go. That is really as easy as that. That is, oh, one more click. Yeah, that is in there. That is absolutely lovely. No issues with that. So very easy to install, very easy to take in and out, and I think that is a massive bonus because, as I've already said, those little cable clips and Velcro ties, they're fine. They get the job done, but this just looks a lot more sleek, clean and tidy. Now, this is a metal construction boom arm, but it does have plastic down the sides of it on the elbow joint, and you have got those rubber strips that I've already shown, but primarily it's metal, very sturdy. When I first got it, it was very stiff out of the box, but it has started to loosen up and I've got no issues with that. I will say I'm going to be taking some pictures of Fifine's website, their stock photos, to show you this, because I am recording in a literal cupboard, and to try and get this in shot and get a decent view of it's very difficult. But as you can see, I am indeed using it, but I just think using their pictures will give you a better idea of what you're looking at. This boom arm can support a microphone or something clipped to it at up to 2 kg. So that's 4.4 pounds, nearly 4.5 pounds. I mean, I haven't got any microphone that's even near that. That would be a chunky microphone. But it comes with multiple adapters as well, multiple thread adapters, 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 5/8. So you can put your mics on this, your webcams. I believe you could put your DSLR cameras or mirrorless cameras on this. This thing would support them, so that is an absolute massive bonus, and I guess that's when the weight really would be coming in. This thing isn't going to go all floppy on you. It's going to be good. This thing is fully adjustable as well. It's got a 360 rotation at the base. I've already said I'm in a very tight room. I don't require that much movement in my boom arm, but for those of you with more space, that's very handy. You can buy a version of this with a 5.9 inch extension pole that you would put at the base to elevate it so you can come out further. Hell of a range on this. I'll bring a picture up on screen showing the measurement as to how far you can bring this out. But this thing is gonna fit pretty much any setup with no issues. Also, when it comes to adjustability, I like this ball mount here. Now, you can excuse the horrible noise that may be coming through the microphone from doing this, but this is easy to adjust. Little ball mount in here, put the mic where you want it, tighten it up here, Perfect. There you go. You're exactly where you need to be. I do like that. Those cheaper ones don't have much adjustability and it can be a little bit of a pain in the backside. As for installation, this is very easy to install. It's got a very sturdy clip mount that you tighten up to your desk. I had no issues with that. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. My previous cheap boom arm, I have got a wall mounted bracket I used to put it in. This doesn't fit in that. That's not a con against this. The bracket I've got was literally designed for those small cheap things, but because of how sturdy this is, it holds to my desk fine and it doesn't seem to transfer vibrations for it too much. I mean, any boom arm's going to transfer vibrations, but it does seem, as you can hear, that'll be coming up through the boom arm, but it does seem as though this thing cuts down on that. And one of the reasons I had the wall mount with the cheap one was because it just picked up everything, even the vibration from the fan of my laptop, and that was doing my head in. But anyway, I'm waffling. Desk mounted, very sturdy, very easy to install. So yeah, very happy with that as well. Now, there is one little con I do want to speak about on this, well, a couple actually. The first one isn't really Fifine's issue. I don't believe it could have, well, potentially it is. Maybe it's a bit of a combination, but when this arrived to me in the box, there's a little grub screw that you screw into the base and you tension that off. So those tiny little grub screws, put it in, tighten it up, and it holds the base into the clamp. Now, mine almost got thrown out in the rubbish because mine had worked its way out of that. Either that or it doesn't come installed in the base and it got loose. And it was only the fact that I was like, oh, hang on. And I looked and it needed that. I was like, it's missing something there. I looked in the box and I found it. So if you get this thing, please go careful. They're not the hardest things to replace, but no one needs that hassle. So if I'm fine, I don't know if in the future, if it would be better if you put that little screw, that little grub screw, if that's what you want to call them, in with the adapter, the adapter threads that come with this. Because losing that would have been it would have caused issues that can be fixed, but issues no one wants. So that is one con there. Another thing is the plastic on this little, I can't get the word for what you want to call it, this little adjustment bolt here. We'll just call it an adjustment bolt, this little handle to it. It is plastic. I don't think it's really cheap, horrible plastic that's just going to explode in your hand if you over tighten it, but it is plastic, and that does concern me that in the future that it could weaken or get cracks or breaks. Now, I'm sure there are alternative ones you could buy out there on the market to replace this, but again, that's hassle you don't want. Just go careful with this, guys. I've looked around. There's plenty of other more expensive boom arms that have got plastic components on them. So this isn't just a fine thing, but I would go careful of that. So that is a con there. But otherwise, I have no real issues with this microphone. Plenty of good stuff with it. Another thing which I will say, which is a positive, is I do think this looks good on camera. I think it looks clean. I think it looks tidy. Coupled with your personally, when it comes to what a microphone looks like and what a boom arm looks like, I'm not that bothered. I don't care. I'm more about the quality of the content. But I can see why someone would be happy with this. Get yourself a decent mic. You got this boom arm. You're on camera. It looks clean. Looks professional. Who doesn't want that? So I do think that is a definite perk. So very happy with the aesthetics of it, shall we say. So my final verdict, I think Fifine have done a great job with this. I think it's value for money. I don't think you'd be disappointed if you got it, and I think this will absolutely stand up to far more expensive brands and boom arms out there. I think this has got a lot of longevity in it. You treat this right, it's going to treat you right. It's going to last a long time. I've already said this looks good on screen. It's not going to go droopy or floppy anytime soon. And I think this is a good upgrade if you're looking for an upgrade from one of those cheap boom arms. Would I actually use this in my setup day to day? Yes, I would. This is now my permanent boom arm. I'm that happy with it. I have no desire to go out and change it. This will be my boom arm until the day it gives up the ghost, and I don't think that's going to be for a very long time. So there we are. There is my overview review of this boom arm. I'm not the most technical person when I do reviews. I just sort of say it as I see it and how I feel it is. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you've enjoyed this, chuck a like on the video, throw a comment down there, possibly subscribe to the channel. My usual content is live podcasts, but I do some tech reviews, and I have got a few on the channel, so check out that playlist. I've been Nick APD. See you on the next one. Cheers, guys, and thank you again for Fifine.